Hey, what's going on? My name's Cameron. I'm just a YouTuber trying to improve your life. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to ask questions that make people love you. Basically like you, right? Whether that's, on a date or at work. In this video, I'm going to give you the tools. So if you like this video, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And let's get straight into it. You don't need to be the smartest guy in the room. You just have to make them feel like they are. For a little background, I used to be a guy who was awkward, and when people were talking, I just never knew what to say, right? I would just freeze up and just let everyone talk. Now, with these skills, I'm able to talk, and people can't get enough talking to me, right? In this video, I'm going to give you the step by step, so let's get straight into it. You need to be curious. You don't need to be interesting to hold a conversation. That's a myth and it's false. If you show the person you're curious, the person in front of you, this lets them know you're paying attention, right? For example, instead of saying, "How was work?" you could say, "What project have you been working on recently at work?" This not only shifts the conversation, it also shows them that you are interested in hearing about their personal life, right? And the reason why this works is because people love talking about themselves, right? They love it. And this is a way to make the conversation go deeper and maybe get them to open up and talk about themselves, right? Instead of saying a generic housework. You don't have to always deeply care about what they're saying, right? You just have to appear like you do care. And that's the magic of asking questions. You are basically the one who is guiding the conversation. While they think that they're the one steering the wheel, you're really the one pulling the strings, right? The why strategy. This one little question can really open someone up. And the reason why it does is because, let me give you an example. Let's say you're talking to someone who is talking about, "Hey, I just got into lifting weights." Ask them this: "Why do you like working out?" Instead of them saying what they would normally say, they'll explain themselves and they'll go into their personal life and they'll go into their experience and they'll explain every little detail. And this is a way to open up a deep conversation by asking why. The question, why do you do this? When you ask why, you are basically giving them permission to open up, talk about themselves, and people love that. And now you're not the guy who just asked a question and y'all talked for a few minutes. You're the guy who's listening, right? And this is powerful because what do people like to do? Talk about themselves. And the whole time they think that they're the one pulling the strings, but the whole time you're the one in charge because you asked them why. And now they're opening it up and they might get into even deep conversations. But the whole time you truly don't care. You're just asking why to understand them better as a person and see their motivations for why they do things, right? And this is why you ask the question, why? Compliment and then question. This one's very good if you can actually use it correctly, right? Example could be, let's say you're talking to someone who is really good at reading, right? You could say, "Hey, you're very good at reading." And then they're going to feel all, smiley and then say, "How'd you get so good at reading?" Or talking, whatever it is, right? And this will let them basically share a story of how they got so good at something, right? And then you'll start to hear their story. And then you can keep it going and keep it going. And after a while, they're going to get so basically comfortable with you that they'll open up with you about anything. And then at that time, you can basically guide the conversation however you want to. You just have to send a compliment and then be curious, but make it seem like you're genuine, right? You can't make it seem like you don't care. Remember, you gotta appear like you care because that will make them open up to you. Build on their response. Don't just ask a random question. They want you to know that you're listening, right? For example, let's say someone goes to France. Instead of saying, "Hey, how was France?" you could say, "Hey, how was France? What all did you do in France?" You see what I mean? When you shift the conversation saying, hey, how was France and what all did you do in France? It shows them that you're paying attention and you're not just a person who's just asking random questions when you already talked about it. You have to be curious, right? Upgrade the basic questions, right? Instead of asking, what do you do for work? Ask, what got you into your career? Why do you like your career? Why do you like your job? This lets the person open up and share really deep details about their life and their job, right? Because it shows the person that you actually want to know. It's not the old script. Hey, what do you do for work? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I got into this and I did it this way. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear your story, your life story, right? This lets them know that you are actually paying attention and you're actually trying to understand them and get to know them and their job, right? You're not just asking a boring question. Hey, what do you do for work? A very basic question. You go deeper so they can share more information about their job. Let me fix my mic right quick. The other step is silence. You need to realize this because most people want to fill the gap, right? Most people want to, when it gets silence, they're like, well, let me keep talking, keep talking. Use silence because this lets the other person gather information, right? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll have more videos coming out soon, but I'm about to get ready for the next video. You will see it, and I want you to know is that the next video that I'm doing will probably change your life, right? So if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. That's all I have to say. Y'all have a great day.